Hello and welcome to another exclusive review with me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz. We just hit 60 million minutes viewed on YouTube with the number one reviewer of theatre in the UK and Las Vegas online. And this week, we're in Bridlington at the Spa for Cinderella through until the 5th of January 2020. This is a star-studded show. It's always exciting when producers fly over a megastar, and they've got one. Didi Conn is most famous for starring as Frenchie in Grease, and she makes her panto debut after stealing Dancing on Ice last year on ITV. Playing fairy godmother, she's instantly lovable and starts the show as she means to go on. She's a pro, she makes it look easy, and you just feel and know that you're in the presence of genius. This production is the perfect family pantomime with all the usual shtick that you need from a family night out. Yes, we have the world-renowned Bridlington Spa ghosts. Yes, we have Falling Off the Wall. And of course we have 12 Days of Christmas, all the bits we love the most, done incredibly well. Most impressive is the choreography. There are some genuinely beautiful bits in this panto, and the lighting and live music is impressive too. We have more acting royalty with John Lyons, who is playing Baron Hardup. Again, he makes it look easy, having had a life and career on stage and TV. I was truly impressed by Cinderella, Lucy Fernandez, who is just delicious. She's so beautiful and talented and has an incredible voice and is perfect for the role. The uglies are of course hideous, but played beautifully by Paul Winterford and Aaron Spendlau. Tristan Ward has a lovely voice and is dashing as Prince Charming, and Buttons has more energy than anyone I've seen on stage in years. How he's going to keep this up until January the 5th is beyond me. Troy Harris is sort of like Rylan on acid in Places. He certainly can't be accused of phoning it in. This guy gives 100% and more. One of the youngest Buttons I've ever seen play the part too. He's a born children's entertainer and the kids just loved him. Tim Shaw did a great job with the music as MD, and I have to say hearing the live percussion from the pit was fantastic. Very rare. You don't really get that very often. It sort of had a club sound, which I loved, hearing the timpani and drums throughout the show by Oliver Wardle. This show has new and old music, and Cinderella and the Prince certainly steal the show vocally. Although there's a beautiful moment with Didi Conn, who brings beautiful pathos to the piece. Directed by Michael Horcroft, this is an ambitious piece. The lighting is really lovely in places, and at the end of Act 1, it truly is beautiful with the horse and carriage, worth the ticket price alone. Bridlington Spa is offering affordable tickets, unlike many of the big city pantos that are now unaffordable. A family of 4 can see this for £70 or £80, which truly is great value for money. This is a professional cast putting on a lovely version of Cinderella. No smut, keeping to the traditions of panto and delivering a show that the kids will love. If you are in the first few rows, you might want to bring an umbrella. This is panto after all. The Bridlington Spa is a gorgeous theatre and deserves a big star. Didi Conn is a legend and an icon, and I'm delighted to say I got to speak to her. You can watch that interview in HD at the end of this review. Congratulations to the whole team knocking it out the park on opening night at the Bridlington Spa. Cinderella through until the 5th of January 2020. A Paul Holman Associates production, offering panto as it should be. You've been listening to another review by me, Alex Belfield, here at celebrityradio.biz, where you can check out all of our hundreds of interviews and reviews at www.celebrityradio.biz. And don't forget to check out our exclusive HDTV interview with Didi Conn and watch the walk down at the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in. Ta-da.
Is the way, is the way, is the way, is the way.
Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the world's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And we've got one for you today. Didi Conn, how are you?
Great. So happy to meet you in person. And I'm looking at this beautiful, glittery Cinderella program from Bridlington Spa.
Here we are. Who knew that you'd be here in gorgeous Bridlington? And it's one of the most magical places on earth. I mean, by the sea, this stunning theatre. It's a beautiful place to play.
This theater is an absolute gem. It is so beautiful. It was renovated not too long ago, and everything about it is superb. The dressing rooms, the bathrooms, and the theater itself is just beautiful. I can't wait to have an audience in there and hear all the responses. I've never done a panto before, but I've been warned. Yes, you have. No, you haven't. Yes, you.
And the great thing about pantomime, of course, is there are no rules. Anything goes. This isn't Broadway. They have warned you.
This is magical, is what I've been finding, and what a joy to be the fairy godmother. You know, poor Cinderella never had a mother. She lost her mother, and then she had a wicked mother, and she has wicked sisters. So it's such a pleasure to be her mother. And this beautiful ballad called Once Upon a Time, that came from actually a show from where I was born, Brooklyn.
This is why I'm upset, though. I'm not very happy with this theatre, because you should have been cast as Cinderella. You're so beautiful.
This is radio. I'm blushing.
Let's talk about you and your life. I mean, why did you choose to come here? Because, I mean, it's a great thrill for them and an honour to have you. I mean, you are a megastar of TV. We love you. And you are an icon and legend.
Oh, thank you. No, that's very kind. I'm thrilled. This is, you know, at my age, to have some virgin experiences are, you know, very, very exciting. And it's so, I'm telling you, I made a little speech to the cast before that in all my years, and it's been 50 years since my first professional job, I've never worked with such a sweet, supportive, wonderful company, and led by a wonderful director, Michael. He's just so steady, calm, and talented.
I'll tell you about Panto. The problem is with 2 shows a day relentlessly for 6 days a week for what feels like 6 months, if you're not a team, it just isn't going to work. You've got to trust each other, haven't you?
Yes, well, that's very true. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to have a good time. I started out doing children's theater and doing pantomime, not panto, but literal ding, ding, pantomime. So, you know, this is kind of bringing me back to my roots.
And it's interesting because there's 2 levels to our pantomime, which is that the children get their show, and then the dads like me get another show, which is on another level. And there's a fine line, and they do it beautifully at PHA, don't they? They give 2 shows, but there's nothing mucky, there's nothing filthy, nothing to make Grandma blush.
Oh, no, really not at all. I mean, they hint. It's more of a hint at a double entendre. It's really a hint. It's very much geared to children and the child in everyone.
And they give you a beautiful show. You've got a great band in this show too. That's a big part of it.
Great band, great crew, beautiful theater. It's just a jewel box.
You've been in show business, well, about 12, 13 years now. No, let's not say 50. You're only 42. It's not possible.
No, I'm not. I'm 68. Hey, listen, last year on Dancing on Ice, I had to be the oldest. She's the old. All right. Even now I have a line in here when Cinderella says, oh, it's the old lady from the forest. Yes, my dear, but not so much with the old, you know?
And is it great coming back? Because, I mean, Dancing on Ice gave us a chance to see you again. And, of course, the affection for Greece is timeless. I mean, everybody immediately knows Didi Conn is Mrs. Greece. And here we get to see you in Bridlington. We're never going to lose that love because we feel so good when we think of Greece.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, well, I was just down at Dancing on Ice to appear in their Christmas special. And it was wonderful to see all my friends. Oh, that was another love fest. And this year, the group is very diverse. I'm not going to say because I think it's kind of secret, but they're going to be introduced in that Christmas show, which is on the 22nd or 23rd. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they've announced most of it, and it's exciting because it's so forward-thinking as well. I mean, it's ITV's premiere show for January, and you were in it. Was it thrilling for you to come back and feel the love? Because it's not necessarily a given, is it? People aren't necessarily going to care.
Oh, everyone was so supportive. They really knew I didn't know how to skate. But I was trying hard. I really, and my partner, Lukasz, he and his wife, Alex, they have the most beautiful solo skate. I mean, you're going to flip when you see them.
Really?
I mean, and talk about flip. She flips all around. He throws her, but it's done so beautifully. Yeah, so I got to spend some time with them after the show, and yeah, it was great.
Tell me about skating since leaving that show. I mean, do you still go on the ice, or have you not done it since?
Well, I must say I got into very, 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 very good shape. And for vanity reasons, I decided I'll just keep skating around and around, just doing the exercises. I never got better. Never. Well, actually, one day, by accident, I turned all by myself. So I said, I got it. Please take a movie of it. And I sent it to Lukasz. And he said, how did you get so good? All I did was nothing, but, so that was funny. And, the other thing was, every time I was skating, I had, my nails were digging into my hand, and I couldn't, also my left hand. And then I realized when I learned to skate, it was only holding Lukasz's hand. So I was skating around holding his hand.
So now you were holding your own hand. That was a problem.
I was. Yeah, it wasn't as strong and as supportive as dear Lukasz was.
There's nothing like a bond, is there, when you're on a TV show that's so intensive and so personal for so long? I mean, this is your best friend for that period, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And he was told never to let go of me because they don't want anything to go kaputsky. Yeah. No.
You'd have flown off like a lemming, wouldn't you, if he'd have let go of you? Talk about Cinderella and here at the Bridlington Spa. Do we get endless grease gags? Do we get endless dancing on ice gags?
Let me just say that the show is basted in a little bit of grease. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
What's wonderful about this show particularly, and I've seen 4 Cinderellas already this December, it is the greatest pantomime of the all because it's the most beautiful story, isn't it?
Oh, wait till the audience sees the sets. The sets are magnificent, and the lighting and special effects. Yeah, it's really, this is what I wear. Spoiler alert. She meets the prince, and I help her.
I thought this was your garb for flying in from Heathrow.
No, this is what I wear at the wedding. Yes. Ooh,
Have you had any fish and chips yet here in Bridlington?
I've had several times. I've had fish and chips. Very, very fresh. It's delicious. We call them French fries.
Of course.
And you call them chips.
Ours are a bit bigger than yours, though, aren't they?
Excuse me?
The French fries. Our French fries are about an inch wider than you.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
You're in the
dear.
panto mood already, aren't you? Tell me about rehearsing and how much pressure, because the one thing that amazes me about pantomime is it's the shortest rehearsal period for what is basically a West End show.
Absolutely. I came, I came with all my lines, taped into my brain, I hope, because once you start, having actions put to the words, you have to, your old Shakespeare, he said, put the action to the word, whatever he said was right.
He said a lot of words, really. So many of them are forgettable.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I mean, this really is the opposite of Shakespeare because it doesn't take itself seriously. But what's amazing is the discipline and the talent to get it right so it looks like you're all having fun. That's the art of this, isn't it,
Yes.
really?
And also there's the children in it and their discipline and how wonderful they are and how excited they are and how much they feel a part of the team. And I really appreciate that.
Talk to me just very briefly about Greece, if we can, because this week it's been in the news. I don't know whether you've seen
Yes.
Olivia Newton-John's got the jacket
Yes.
back and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Yes, I just spoke to her. She said that's the sweetest. Yeah.
It's incredible, isn't it? And I guess these things take you back to the power of that moment, which was 100 years ago, but to us it's still
no.
yesterday because it's on DVD.
Oh, no. I mean, we're together. We see each other. We're in touch. In fact, tomorrow night, I was supposed to do something with Olivia and John in Florida. They're having what they call a meet in Greece, and they're going to have a Greece sing-along. And I've been the hostess of Greece sing-along at the Hollywood Bowl many years for 18,000 people. So they wanted me to be the host. And then afterwards, they're going to meet and Greece for $1,000 each, but it's all going to her Cancer and Wellness Center. And I think it's sold out. So they're now doing it in 3 places, and John says, he's really enjoying this. Maybe we'll do it some more. So I'm sure I will be doing it with them.
So just to get this right, you've turned down LA for Bridlington. This is fabulous.
Yes, I've turned down being with a reunion with my dear friends. Absolutely.
That's fantastic. I love meet and greet. Of course, in show business you do meet and greet,
Right.
and in England we do grip and grin. It's all the same thing,
Oh,
really.
that's funny.
Grip and grin.
Oh, I'll have to tell that to Olivia. She'll love it. She'll love. Well, it's great to meet you. I got to go get ready now.
Thank you so much. Didi Conn is here at Cinderella at the Bridlington Spa through until January, and this is a beautiful theatre with a beautiful show. You're a legend and a star. Thank you so much for your time.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.